importance of what's being done in this House today is not confined to South Australia. It has national implications. And guess what? The Australian Council of Trade Unions is now expressing its displeasure from it. Let's hear from Ged Kearney, the President of the Australian Council of Trade Unions. Make a welcome.
That is a very warm welcome. Before I start, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I am truly honoured to be standing here with the workers of South Australia today, and what a fantastic display you are putting on for the rest of the country, because trust me, they are watching. They are watching this very carefully. Comrades and colleagues, the workers of South Australia, you are under attack. Make no mistake. And people have said to me today, why are you here, Ged? Because what is at stake here is a basic principle that applies to every single worker in this country. This is the basic principle of good faith. The workers, the 90,000 public sector workers of South Australia have an agreement. And it is signed in good faith by the workers and we thought by your employers. Ladies and gentlemen, the workers of Australia are right now enduring a vicious attack across this country. Attacked by businesses, by industry, by the coalition who have started to ramp up their campaign against a federal minority government. They are attacking our awards. They are attacking our regulated labour market. But, comrades, we expect that of them. They are the coalition, they are industry. We expect nothing less, and we're up to that battle. But here, we have an attack from Labor leaders on good faith bargaining principles.
through, I thought it was Workers United will never be defeated. Let's hear it. Workers United will never be defeated. 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 Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is a very polite lady from the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation. Please welcome Elizabeth Dabars.
Nurses and midwives, we may be polite, and I might be a polite lady. However, what is happening to us, to you, to all of the workers in the public service is an absolute outrage. We will not be polite on this issue. Politicians have before them proposals to cut jobs, and in cutting jobs they are cutting services. What do you think of that? And not only that, they're cutting the entitlements of dedicated and long-serving public sector workers who provide those services. What do you think of that? Across South Australia. Do those people need services? Yes. Do those people need you? Yes. Nurses and midwives across this state are not only concerned about those cuts, they are concerned because they know where it's going to bite. Whilst they've said, the politicians in this building have said there will not be cuts to clinicians. However, clinicians know the work that you do and they know the impact if you're not there. If you're not there, clinicians will be taken away from the bedside. They will not be able to do the work that they need to do because they'll be picking up the rest of the work that you do and we are trying to do as part of the health service. Is that acceptable to you? Our nurses and midwives across the state have told us how angry they are. They've told us from the Royal Adelaide Hospital, Glenside, from the Queen Elizabeth Hospital,